It's that time of year that Chicago is calling, as in it's calling out to me. And I'm so excited and pumped to go there again. So usually I wait till summer is nearly over. So it's not too busy when we're talking about planes and traveling. And it's still nice weather over there. And I combine it with some training, and it makes the perfect trip. So, if possible, I also visit friends. So, basically, I go from state to state to state. But Chicago is one of those states. I totally love and dig Chicago. Now, in order to give you a better understanding about it all, let me share a story with you. So, I have been in Chicago so many times now. And for me, it represents a city of transformation. It's so many things have happened in Chicago. I would almost say to Chicago, because there have been times that there wouldn't have been a Chicago anymore hadn't they changed certain things. And I'm not just talking about the great Chicago fire, but I'm also talking about, for instance, turning the direction of the river. Yeah, they have some cool stories. And when I think about Chicago, first of all, I think about the Chicagoans. They are amazing people. I don't know where and how they make them, but they are so kind, and you can talk to them about almost anything. And as the Chicagoans say, not everybody is, but yes, it's a different kind of breed, a different kind of people. I cannot say anything else. So, apart from that, whenever I look around in that city, I mean, the high risers, there are the river, the bridges, there is so much architecture. And, when it comes to traveling, there are many ways to travel. I mean, you can travel by car, you can travel by Uber, you can travel by bus, although it can have a lot of stops. There's the L train, so, and of course, you can walk. So it's all up to you, what you're used to, what you feel comfortable with, what financially you can afford to do. But yes, Chicago, it's one amazing city. And the reason I kick off with Chicago is calling is because I am ready to go on another Chicago experience with you. And the ones who are like, what are you talking about? Well, I am talking about taking you to Chicago and listen to what you are telling me when you are there, and then have some fun, and at the same time do some specific assignments related to the city, so you get a different outlook on your life. And, well, it's all about mindsets, it's all about beliefs, and it's all about realizing what is possible. Now, to help you a little, I've got some frameworks, and I'm going to start with dream. For those who actually saw my post on Instagram, the D stands for discover. So, what is it that you are after? And when it comes to dreams, it's not as cut and dry as it sounds. Dreams have a way of evolving. But in order to evolve, it requires you to actually talk about it, feel it, write it, sketch it, be interactive. Let's put it that way. So if you really want to work on that dream, well, there's some work to do. The R is for reach. So reach out not just to others. We're not just talking about resources, but also about stretching yourself. Dreams are there because they normally don't happen. So it's time for you to make them happen. So reach. Then explore. What kind of options are there? So for instance, say that you were to come to Chicago with me, how would you go there? I don't know if you already live in Chicago or in the US or if you live outside of the US. So for me, it involves getting to the airport, first of all, and then getting on a plane. Between those two, there is a lot involved because the local airport, we actually have two, but one requires me to fly to London and then to somewhere, well, probably to Chicago airport straight away. But I'll tell you this much, I'm not really a fan of English custom. So if I can avoid that, I most certainly will do. But every time I get to an airport, I need, I call it medical assistance. It's more like travel assistance. So someone helps you, they push me because I sit in a wheelchair. And this time I will probably bring my crutches apart from my braces. I've learned from last year, and if I don't have to use them, awesome. If I do have to use them, I have them, right? So it's always kind of fun to be in the wheelchair because you get these amazing talks with the people, and they're always surprised when they hear my stories. We get to bypass the entire row of people waiting. So of course we have to go to security and passport control. But here's the thing. Well, I've done it so many times by now, and I've got a lot of medication to take with me as well. So when there are braces, I'm not going to take them off, just so we are certain about it. As for crutches, they have to swipe them down, and they have to pat me down too. They have to test the fluid because, well, in order to take medication, I also need to be able to drink the medication. So there's a lot involved. So I have not just my backpack, but I actually have several ones, one for the braces and one for the medication. And that's apart from the one for the personal stuff. So for me, and then we get to quite the adventure. And personally, I just love it. I am so looking forward. It's one of those things that I'm always like, yeah, I'm just going to do it. I know about the ESTA that I need to apply for so I can actually get into the country and also get out of the country. Well, they probably won't even let me enter if it's not long enough valid for the time being that I'm going to be there. So yeah, it's fun, and that's what an adventure should be. And of course, I never know what to expect. So I have a lot of things in mind when it comes to Chicago and having you explore the city with me, which will be a max of 12, 15 people, maybe not even. So we'll see with how many people we are going to be there. But I can tell you, you are going to get a very different vision, not just of Chicago, but of how to work with other people when it comes to teams, and also about yourself, because we are going to work on that inner story. In case you're wondering, what is she talking about? Well, maybe check out on YouTube what it says about inner story, and otherwise just go straight away to ladylexi.com/RYISC, Rewrite Your Inner Story Challenge. Then you'll get a pretty decent idea what it is all about. Anyway, The last one, the M, is about mastering your dream, making it happen. So what are you going to do in order to make sure that your dream doesn't stay a dream, but it becomes reality? Now, to help you with that, I came up with a framework. Actually, it's on here. So this time it's not a triangle. Today we are going to do things a little bit differently, but it involves 10 steps. And I'm going to show you a little bit about how those steps actually work out when it comes to reality and the real world. Because let's face it, when we talk about dreams and working on those, a lot of those things have to do with the mind. It has to do with fantasy. It has to do with creativity, especially creativity. It has to do with belief. And if you are not willing to write in a journal, to sketch some things, to talk to others about it, and just simply have fun with it, well, life is about fun. We don't know how long we have, so make the most of every day. So yeah, smile, have fun. Now, the first step is about voicing it. So those who know me, they know that my motto is speak up, speak out, share your story. Nowadays I say speak up, speak out, voice your story. You know, there are some variations because nothing is ever static. But you sharing, you speaking up, that will always be the same. So voice it, make it resonate, feel it. So when you're going to say, hey, I'm going to Chicago with Lexi, I'm going to join her because I love this idea of this adventure, of this experience, then say it. How does it feel? Does it feel like, oh my God, this is going to be so exciting? Is it something that you want to be part of? Are you eager to change? And maybe your dream is something else. That's okay too. So what is your dream? Again, voice it. Feel it. What does it do? Does it make you uncomfortable? Little uncomfortable is not that bad, by the way. It can be like excitement. But it's up to you. But if you don't feel anything at all, you're not dreaming big enough. That's something to consider. Now, the second thing has to do with doodling, sketching. I love to sketch things, and to show you a little thing that I recently sketched. Here it is. You see this bunny over there. Let me see if I can make sure that you actually can see the bunny as you should see it. So there she is. That's Jumping Bunny. And well, over here she is. And you can see her as a kind of statue that is holding a pencil. So she's got her blue bandana on top of her head, and she's holding a pencil. It's a bright green pencil, and instead of doing the hard work as in pushing away the mountains, I mean, she's an inner kid, right? This is about actually saying, okay, I'm going to do it the different way, the easier way. Well, pencils have erasers on top, so she just erases the drawing and instead redraws something else. So when you doodle sketch, it's not about perfection. It's about just getting it out there and coming up with ideas. Now, the third one is create a vision board. And well, this is my vision board. Actually, it's quite a lot bigger. It's like this big. So, but when you take a look at it, it's all leads up to this part, which is a park, but that's a whole different story. It's the park of pride, power, and perspective. So that's where the clients can go to in the future, but also the children who won't be there for long. And the idea is that each of them can leave a legacy. So this tree over here, that's the dream constellation tree of stars. So each person, each kid that no longer will be around at some point gets their own star with a, oh, they made their own, they're going to create their own 3D star as well, might be with some help, a picture and a message. And as for the people who come over, there's this part. And this is about the people who want a change. And something here on the top says, welcome home, neurodivergence. And that's because we tend to think differently and act differently. So that's what you see on here. And they get their star too, sort of like the Walk of Fame. So they can leave their footprints behind and a message in there, a message that they need to hear and can keep on hearing. Well, there's more to it. There's studios involved, so the children can record their message. And if they can't come to the studio, then they will have a portable studio and it will be taken to them. There will be tiny houses. There will be this place, which we call the sanctuary, to rest, recharge, renew, reflect. And then this part is actually quite important. So you don't see it on this side, but this is actually the kids who are neurodivergent and have a problem when they are growing up right now because they are not understood. That leads to the necessary challenges when they are starting to do internships and work. That's why a lot of them actually end up as entrepreneurs. So hence this way. And well, here you see the Chicago experience, and this is the European Christmas experience, because my goal is eventually to present you with a 16-week package from CHPC that is high performance, certified high performance coaching, but then my style. So then you will be with an intimate group, which is this Team Power Collective. Okay, yes, I'm still here. Sorry if I held it up too long, but this is a vision board. It is. It's just not the normal vision board that you would expect. Now, from the vision board, we can do something else. And you actually saw it for a second. I've got a scrapbook. So I'm going to make sure that the people who come over actually get to use a scrapbook. Now, this probably won't be available anymore. And I really love this little booklet. But it's about blank pages. And well, over here, you get to see Bunny. This is when Bunny is holding the pencil and she's standing there. And well, you cannot really see it, but she actually is talking to her ducklets. So it's kind of cool because Jumping Bunny being a part of me, she's my inner kid, my inner child. She is learning by observing me, by watching me. And well, I'll get to another step too, but by also watching me from the future, I told you, this is not just going to be the normal stuff. We are actually going to dream and see ourselves in the future doing it. And she's going there. She sees me, and well, that's going to be so amazing. So I've been experimenting with something. So that's the vision board you just saw. I bought this mini printer. It's the thermal printer, but I had to realize that when you use the magic tape, well, it's not ink. I think they burn it in there. It's actually going to disappear. So now I wrote a little something about Jumping Bunny right here, about who she is. And then there is this, oh, I'm sorry. And then there is this to do, this checklist. And actually, this checklist is related to all the different things that I want to do and also need to do in order to make the Chicago experience happen. And not just the Chicago experience, but also the park. Because that park doesn't come there by itself. It needs supporters, it needs co-creators, it needs sponsors, it needs clients who are willing to come over, and we want to cause and create a ripple effect. So there's more to it. And well, so here, for instance, I've written something. So on this side, it says Patreon. And on the other side, it is about freedom and forever legacy. So Patreon is something I'm working on. I think it's Lady Lexi Speaks Up on Patreon. If you see Lady Lexi, please know that's not me. I'm not the person to do the things that Lady Lexi is willing to do. And her name isn't actually Lady Lexi. It's kind of funny how everyone claims Lady Lexi, whereas their name isn't Lady Lexi at all. But yes, my name actually is Lexi. So my brand name is Lady Lexi. But if you ask me who I am, I'll say Lady Lexi. Anyway, I am busy creating these audios. It's not just to give you a better understanding of what I feel the park represents. So speaking up, rewriting your inner story. It's also about I'm drawing a blank here. That's been a while that I actually do it. Patreon. So Patreon in this case is also and the audio about explaining certain concepts to you. So they'll probably be there for a week, and then the next batch comes in, and every day you can listen to one. So it's kind of new, so bear with me. But if you want to check it out, Lady Lexi Speaks Up. Now, like I said, I've been using this thermal printer. So for instance, here it's about skills, and it's also about research. And never in a million years did I think I would think about research. But well, other people don't consider it that strange, so that's good. Instagram. Then here, this is about to rewrite your inner story. So that's actually the challenge that you're seeing here. Yeah, you have to be kind. So let's make her look in the camera. Well, she didn't have to jump off. Maybe she's like, oh my God, she's going to hit me again. There's more to it. This is a bit of marketing that's over there. The sketch you saw earlier. This is what I want to do. when I'm in the US. So one page is Chicago, and the other one has to do with actually going to training from Brendan Burchard. And this is about leadership and legacy. And what I like about this part is this guy, unfortunately, he's no longer alive, but he was not afraid to just do it. Be a He was a showman behind the kit, and he was a fabulous, great drummer, and he basically lived for music. So that was amazing. Well, there are some more things that I actually am going to write about. It's all in here, but this is my scrapbook, and you can't see it, but over there is a calendar, and it actually has all these little prints on there, which are related to things here in the scrapbook. So yeah, that's something that you want to consider. And if you are going to join me, then you can bet that you get a pencil and a blank book, and you are going to work on it, and you will have your own mini printer by the end of it. So it's I love being creative. It's good for the brain. It's very good for the brain, and there are so many reasons why you want to come up with new ideas and new things to do. It literally helps your brain work better together, both sides of the brain. So we talked about voicing it, so making it feel like this is what I want to do, resonate with it, feel it, and doodle, sketch what it is that you are thinking about. Create a vision board. Well, you saw mine. And then we get creating a scrapbook. Then come affirmations. And affirmations are things you say to yourself. Affirmations should be specific enough that it's not like there's no date to it, because then it can be any time in the future. But you want to be more specific when it comes to your affirmations. And the good thing about it is that you actually get a better idea, comprehension of what it is that you actually want. Because going to Chicago is one thing, but going to Chicago and not having any money, that's going to be another thing. Going to Chicago when everyone is on strike, that most certainly is another thing. And being there, done that. Didn't like it, I'll honestly say. But as long as you're in a good environment, you can do other things as well. So affirmations, write down, journal what it is that you want to say, especially when we talk about the inner story. It's so important to actually become aware of what you're telling yourself, what you believe, that things that can be true or not true at all. Next, we engage with it. We engage with that dream. So you do something every day. So every day I'm either writing in my notebook, or I'm looking at the vision board, maybe changing things, or every day I am writing in here in my scrapbook, like, what haven't I been thinking about? What is it what else did I need? So that's what you want to do. You want to be fully engaged with it. And, things that also help is, for instance, this. This is me with Cheeky Joe when we were in Chicago a couple of years ago. So Wheel of Fortune. There's the Wheel of Fortune. So that's a great overview. Yes, that's one of the actors of Chicago PD. We used the Red Line. Yes, we used the L train. We were all the way up there in the Sears Tower. So that's this one. And, well, Chiquito has fear of heights, but she actually managed to go up with me. I guess that's my strength, to make sure that people actually do believe, like, hey, we can do it. We had good food with friends. We actually went to see Tom Jones in the Chicago theater. I mean, talk about an icon. So, well, there's more in it, but I've got some nice memories here. So that's what you see. So when we talk about engage with it, it's about making it happen on all kinds of levels. Now, remember when I said something in the title about making it tactile. Now, we've seen how we went from thinking about it to saying it, to sketching it, to making it a vision board. So we are busy on a very creative level. So most people, when they make a vision board, they take a bunch of magazines, they cut out certain things, and then they stick it with a pin on a board. And that's one way to do it. Or you glue it to a piece of paper. Like I said, this is actually a huge whiteboard where it's drawn on. There are so many things that you actually can do. But by making it tangible, so for instance, with those little snippets that I was talking about with the thermal printer. So this is, for instance, a firehouse. And yes, meditation is also part of it. By using all your senses, that's when it becomes a tactile experience. So I heard that word tactile for the first time not too long ago. It's feeling and engaging with your dream, layers and depth. So when you look at this is a layered vision board, especially when it comes to this part. We are talking about people creating a ripple effect, because we're talking about their family and their friends and their team and their children and their children and so on and so on. So it's about creating a ripple effect. That's why I said I also wanted to be about the children in school. So yeah, it's something that requires attention. So that, I think it's like 10% or something. I believe it's more, but they can actually join society and be their happy selves. So engage with it, share it. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing this with you. Share it with your friends. Don't be afraid to talk about it. And yes, I'll honestly say that every once in a while I'm like, should I? But the more I'm doing it, the more I actually enjoy it. And I know there are people out there who are going to say, so how? And that's why there's that corner which says there need to be supporters and co-creators and sponsors and clients. But I do believe that the right people will show up and help me make this dream come true. And yes, it's a big dream, because if it's up to me, it won't be just one park. There will be several parks all over the world. Didn't mention that one, did I? So talk about your dreams with other people. What is it like? What is it like if that would become a reality? What would change in your life? What would change for the better? Are there downsides to it? Well, when I talked about voicing it and feeling it and sketching it and engaging with it, well, that's how you figure out if there are some things that you actually need to change when we talk about affirmations and being specific enough. Think about it. So Share it with others. Share your vision board, your scrapbook. My friends know about it. They've seen it by now. Well, the ones that I actually have seen it by now, because a lot of them aren't around. They are on holiday, and I also have a lot of friends which live elsewhere. So for some reason, I seem to find friends, which is a number of hours traveling before I can actually get to see them, and those are the ones who are actually in this country. So we want people who support us, and we want to inspire people with our dream. So get the right people around you. If they don't support your dream and they're actually doing the opposite, then maybe think again. Because this is about how far you can stretch your mind and how far you are willing to go to actually take action. It's not about the limits of other people. And this is the difference. When you feel it and you know, like, this can happen, then you're going to make it work one way or the other. So let's go do that. Then the 8th one is live it. And you remember that I was talking about Jumping Bunny. So Jumping Bunny is my inner kid. One of the things I frequently do is I write on her behalf. So she's my adopted inner kid. So the big advantage is that she's not scared of anything at all. She's bold, she's courageous, and she tells it like it is. And by sharing that voice with other people or simply an AI, and I use Brendan AI for it, and he is so immensely good. Yes, I say he. That's the best way to have a conversation, right? So, yeah, express yourself and then feel and go there, go to the future, experience the way it is, because that is going to help you. Now, if I have some time left, I'm going to do an impromptu meditation, and we can see what it's like to actually go to the future and then look at your dream from that point of view as if it's already happening, because that's cool, right? Just being there in the middle of it. So having said so, have you already written down something? Have you already been thinking about your dreams? What it is you want to realize? Which people you would like to have close to you, share it with? Do you have something you can use as a scrapbook? Those are things that I hope you've taken some notes so you can actually start doing it yourself. So from living it in the future, we get to planning and playing, because we do have to have a timeline to know when we are going to go there. So the Chicago experience is going to be probably in the last week of September, somewhere the 25th up till the 30th of September, or the 29th. So 5 full days. And when you've planned it, play. Like I said, it's about having fun. It's about smiling. And that's when things actually go the way, well, let's put it this way. When you are like, and it's never going to happen, don't think it's going to work out. But when you have this energy around you, then people get curious and they want to support you. So, and I also believe that our inner kid knows our dreams. So let's start listening to our inner kid, so we can make it happen, and we can be joyful at the same time. Now, last but not least is tapping and flipping the script. So when we talk about tapping, I usually use the version of Roy Martina. And well, he starts with I love and accept myself, even though, and you can fill out what it is that's not working for you. And then you replace it with something else. And then he continues on. So I actually printed what he's talking about. So he was kind enough to have a nice guy on there. And he pointed out where you have to tap. Well, anyway, this is the other side of it. And when I do the meditation, we can actually start with a bit of tapping beforehand. And it's about activating both the left and right brain. It's also about meridians. So some things look a little bit funny, but again, then we get back to the feeling. What does it feel like? Now, I don't know if you know this, but one of the things that I made a while ago is this script. And if you are going to join the Chicago experience, then you are going to get this script. And if you want to be part of the Rewrite Your Inner Story challenge, then I'm pretty sure that at some point you'll get the script also. So that's something to consider. ladylexi.com/RYISC. Maybe one day it'll be easier to say. I don't know. So if you're ready, then I want you to, first of all, write down what your dream is. You already know your dream. And then we are going to make sure you don't get interrupted at all. So maybe you already have been sketching something, some words, some symbols. For me, it's easier to just sketch the idea than to write down the word. So that's what you've noticed in my vision board. But what is it? What is your dream? What is it, the dream that you have? So write some keywords down, and then I want you to keep watching the screen because otherwise you cannot see what I'm actually doing. So here we go. This is between the left and the right brain. I love and accept myself even when I'm afraid my dream is not going to work out. And I love and accept myself even when I know my dream is going to work out. So in this case, I love and accept myself even if I'm not certain if that park will ever be there. And I love and accept myself knowing that that park is going to be there. And there are going to be several parks all over the world, and people's lives are going to change because of it. So basically, I'm saying whether I succeed or not, I still love and accept myself. So by using two hands, this one is related to that side of the brain, this one to that side of the brain, we are activating both. Now, then we go right here. So that's basically underneath the armpit. And then this is about what you deserve. So I love and accept myself. You always start with that part because it's so important to give yourself grace and not be upset with yourself whether things are working out or not. It's when we start to give ourselves grace and love ourselves that we actually can smile and get to enjoy the day and see life from a positive point of view, even when the most awful things are happening. So I love and accept myself even when I forget and doubt my dreams and doubt that I'm good enough, and I forget that I'm worthy. And I choose to remember that I am good enough and that I am allowed to speak up and share my voice and share my dreams, and remember that I am a bright, shining star. I deserve to be a bright, shining star. So then we are going to do this. So this is basically a shortcut for tapping here and there and here. So this is about letting go of the past. And again, two of them. So left and right brain. Once more, I love and accept myself even when I wasn't fully focused on my dream and I didn't make it happen. And I love and accept myself um, even when I do make it happen, or especially when I do make it happen. And I choose now to let go of any limiting beliefs and experiences I've had in the past, and whether it's things that people have told me, whether it's trauma or programming bad habits and holding me back. And I choose to step into my power so I can and I will make it happen. Then we go here. So this is where your collarbone is. And so you use two fingers. And this is about fear, letting go of fear and embracing courage and authenticity. Isn't that cool? I love and accept myself even when I allow myself to be fearful and scared. And I don't have the courage to pull through. But that's why we engage with it every day, right? And that's why you write everything down every day and we talk to others about it. And we make it so it actually does fit us. But yes, we still want that component of a challenge. So, yes, dream big. And well, it's about taking steps towards that goal. And with every step you achieve, you can celebrate it. I'm doing it. So I love and accept myself even when I'm fearful and not sure if I can do it. And I choose to access my power and my courage and my belief in myself. Can you do that? Wouldn't that be cool? If you actually choose you and you can show others that you believe in yourself, because let's face it, why would people believe in you if you don't even believe in yourself? So I love and accept myself, even though I'm fearful to say it out loud. And I love and accept myself when I do dare to say it out loud and I choose to believe in me. Now, we're going to the lower rib. And we are going to say, I love, and this is about forgiving yourself. I love and accept myself even when I'm not the best version I know I can be, so that's your future best self. And I love and accept myself when I am the best version I can be. And well, it would be cool if we would be so 24/7. Usually that's not entirely the case, but we can change that. So I forgive myself when I am not fully focused on serving my best future self when it comes to health, things we're thinking about, um, things you know your future self would be happy about if you actually would do it. And I choose to now choose myself, do the things which are best for myself, and actually have fun in the process of doing so. Now, there is this thing called the brain, and there's something called the heart. And well, you don't only want to think about it rationally, you also want to feel it. And I can say it the other way around. You don't just want to feel it. It's also important for you that you can actually wrap your brain around it. So that's why we actually do these kind of things. So then we go to the brain and to the heart. And I actually, sometimes I do it with this arm and sometimes with the other one. And um, I'm powerful even when I don't believe and don't take the necessary action that this is possible because of what I've experienced in the past or what people have told me. But here's the thing, I deserve to manifest my dreams and manifest what my heart desires, of course, when it benefits others too, and it's not at the expense of others. So, and well, Roy always says with grace, ease, and joy. So, yeah, have fun doing it and give yourself that grace. Be kind to yourself. So, and yeah, and I know that once I believe that I can do it, that I become unstoppable and I can achieve all my heart's desires. Okay, so that's for the tapping points. If you use this also is a way to support yourself, writing things down. And now I want you to close your eyes for a moment and think about those 3 words. So we are going to go down the stairs. We're counting back from 10 to 1. And I want you to right now think about something that makes you really happy, some memory you have that was so amazing, and preferably also something that is going to make you fully relaxed. So let's start by counting down from 10 to 1. 10. Here you are, and while you are tapping your feet and shaking your shoulders, you are aware that this is maybe the most important step that you are ever going to take in your life, because this is the first step towards your dream. The first step towards your dream. And 9, you know that this decision is going to change your life. 8, and even if you do not know how you are going to realize this. 7, the mere fact that you are choosing yourself, oh my, that is so special. Let that just sink in for a moment. You are choosing you. 6, here we go. And we are getting closer to that dream. It's almost palpable. And 5, feel the excitement. Feel the excitement if you are just able to touch the dream, even if it's just for a moment, but actually be there. And 4, you feel heavier and heavier, but also more and more excited, and your heart is jumping with joy. And 3, we're almost there, so be ready to meet your inner kid who knows all about your dreams and your goals. And 2, are you ready to let go of all the burdens and everything that's weighing you down? And 1, okay, we are here. So let's step into whether it's nothingness or a bunch of colors, or maybe you do see and feel and sense all these things. For 1, it could be the grass beneath your toes. For other people, it could be the ocean and the sound of the ocean and the wind on their faces. Maybe it's a waterfall or a hot tub. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as you are like, oh, I feel good. And remember, and this is something you want to remember all the time, when you don't know, focus on your breathing. So you breathe in, you hold, and then you exhale. And if you have trouble counting, breathe in, say release. Breathe in, release. Okay, there you go. Now, I want you to turn around. What are you experiencing? Maybe it's something you see, maybe it's something you hear. And look down, because your inner kid is somewhere with you. So is your inner kid showing up? Is it hiding behind you? Is it playing? Maybe it's going up there in the trees or something. What is happening? And what does your inner kid want to tell you? What's that one dream you wrote down? Maybe some keywords. So how does your inner kid feel about it? Is your inner kid, your inner child, excited? Are they a little like, oh, how are we going to do this? So reassure your inner child. So the cool thing is your inner child actually has infinite possibilities. And you as the adult, you get to sort of steer your inner child in the right direction. So remember, anything is possible as long as it's positive, good for others as well. And you get to enjoy it. So what's the one thing that makes you smile? What makes you happy? The one thing you have been thinking about, but for some reason you never got around to it. Whether it was because of circumstances, or maybe you are in the time of your life that you actually can do it, but you just forgot about it. So here is to seeing all these little clues. So what's popping up? Are these images? Are these smells, sounds? Maybe you can even taste something. So what is it? What are you hearing? What are you noticing? And again, if you don't notice anything at all, just focus on your breathing, count from 1 to 10. If you forget where you are, you just start at 1 again and just say, release. Now, this is not just about thinking about your dream. This is also about recharging and re-energizing. So let's go to that one place, that one spot where you are like, oh, but when I'm here, I feel so good. That's when I get to relax. So you get to go there. Maybe you're running, maybe you're jumping, maybe you're walking, maybe you're floating. It's all okay. Whatever you do. And then just enjoy it. Maybe it's being in the water. Maybe it's being on a beach. Maybe it's being in the shade. I don't know what works for you, but you do know. So go get there and really enjoy it. Feel how you are relaxing and re-energizing. And remember to focus on your breathing for a moment. So breathe in, hold, and breathe out. And when you're getting confused, just say, release, and smile. While you are there, make a mental note of the things you like, things you forgot, things you always were happy about, because this is your time. And on a subconscious level, you are finding all these little clues which are telling you what it is that you need in order to make this happen. And later, when you're in the here and now again, then you will remember. And it could be instantly, or it could take a couple of days, maybe even weeks or longer. At some point, you will know, oh, this is the thing. This is what I was looking for. So say goodbye to your inner kid. Give your inner kid a big hug. And remember this, your inner child is always with you. So don't dismiss their voices, but actually listen to them, become good friends with your inner child. Your job is to reassure them and tell them, well, maybe back then you didn't quite understand, but right now I can tell you monsters do not exist. Not the monsters under your bed and all those kind of monsters. So keep your inner child safe and happy, and let yourself be inspired by your inner child. So now we're going to go back up. 1, wave goodbye to your inner kid and remember that connection is still there. And 2, you're not going to say goodbye to your dream. Instead, you are going to hold it near you, close to you. And 3, you are aware that while you're going up the stairs, that you are actually getting happier and happier. And you were already happy when you were down there, so what's going on? And 4, you also feel more energized because it's like you've been resting and recharging. And 5, and actually it's like all these ideas have renewed in your mind. And 6, it's like there's a new fresh layer to it, a side of yourself that you hadn't seen before, or maybe not often enough. And 7, let's be proud of yourself because you have been listening to this entire hour, including doing this meditation. So only if you've done this meditation and already be proud of yourself. And 8, smile, because this is the beginning of new things for you. And 9, start to celebrate this. Feel it. Feel how amazing this is. And 10, open your eyes, tap with your feet on the floor, shake your hands, shake your shoulders, and say, yes, I can do this. I did it because you just saw it. And if you didn't see it, that's okay too. But you can do it. Remember that always. Now, I want you to write down what it is you saw. And then when you've done so, make sure that you're going to take all those 10 steps. And, well, if you need some motivation, be sure to go to Patreon, Lady Lexi Speaks Up, or even better, sign up for the Rewrite Your Inner Story Challenge, ladylexi.com/RYISC. But if you got excited to go to Chicago, then reach out to me. Let me know how I can be in touch with you. For me, the easiest thing usually is Instagram, Lady Lexi Speaks Up, or you just go to my website and just write down, I want to join the Chicago experience. You probably can do it anywhere, and otherwise, make sure to sign up for the Rewrite Your Inner Story Challenge so I know how to reach out to you. Then remember, this is your dream. Don't let anyone tell you something else. This is about what you can do and believing in yourself, giving yourself grace when things are a little bit harder. But it's about taking that one step at a time. I'll see you again soon, and dream a little. Dream a little with me.